What is up, everybody? It's your boy Lens back at again with a new One Punch Man, the strongest LSSR review, where we are going to be looking at AwkVaccineMan V2. Now, I don't mean to scare anybody, but this will be one of my last LSSR reviews, because SSR Plus is a category in its own, so can't really call them LSSRs now, can we? So let's have a look at the dot synergies and detonator. So if you've been living under a rock for the past month or so, you probably don't know what AwkVaccineMan is or what he's capable of. However, if you haven't and you've been trying him out in Live Clash, you know that he's pretty good. However, is he worth 180 BT, especially with SSR Plus right around the corner? I'll say no. However, if he is available in packs, or at least his shards are available in packs, I think if you really want to get him for ATT, I think it's fine. However, do think twice before you even consider that, because we're gonna be running down his kit and skills to make sure that you are making the right choice. So if you want my opinion on it, which you're watching my video, so I assume you do want my opinion on it, free to play source filter, please skip it. Wheels and Leviathans, please get it. So he is an insane DPS detonator. His detonate compared to AwkVaccineMan V1, it actually bypasses the shield, so it's pretty insane. Has synergy with ATT V2, but he must go speed 1, because you want him to ult, detonate his force field, and then ATT ult, and then detonate the force field twice. That's how the combo works. He's also the strongest DPS unit for monster PvP for a long while, and the unyielding ×2 in his passive is quite broken. Do note that you need to activate force field to actually trigger his unyielding. So the drawbacks. Energy is a problem with him, because if you don't have Washed Up Man in your team and enemy has Washed Up Man, you're in for trouble. And if you do have Washed Up Man, one of your units has to not ult. So would that be AwkVaccineMan, ATT, or Washed Up Man? That one depends on the speed order which you're running. So if all three outspeed enemy Washed Up Man, then it's fine. But if it doesn't, then you have to sacrifice someone. Your ET schedule will also go burr. This is because you have to ET not only Bomb, but also Gilwin coming up, Drive Knight if you have him, and AwkVaccineMan. So that's a lot on your plate. And this is just before SSR Plus era, so you kind of want to free up your ET schedule now for SSR Plus, in all honesty. But that's completely up to you. He also has anti-synergy with ATT and can be stun locked, which poses a massive threat. So ATT cannot heal because the dot explodes, so she's prone to getting one-shotted right after that. And with Gilwin introduced into the meta, he can be stunned, or your ATT can be stunned, and your damage drops significantly. So do be aware of this threat. So now let's go to the abilities breakdown. So the passive, any unit moves, detonate force field, deals 100% of the force field damage, and removes force field immediately. This can occur 3 times per round. The detonation grants Gargantuan to AwkVaccineMan, and Gargantuan results in him unyielding, restoring 50% of his max HP twice. So the difference between the basic and the extreme passive is 10% on the force field damage and 10% on the healing, which is okay, but I wouldn't really go for it. I'll just keep him at 4 stars in all honesty. But if you want to get the most benefit out of him, 5 stars of course. Basic attack hits one enemy dealing 130% of attack, inflicts force field 150% of his attack. Now let's roll to the skills. And we're back. So for the abilities breakdown, his ultimate AoE 6, 150% of his attack, inflicts force field to all units for 1 turn, dealing 160% attack. Doesn't matter whether it's 1 turn or 2 turn, in all honesty, you just detonate. It's better to be 1 turn anyway, because ATT's 2 turns are guaranteed for the next 2 explosions. Gargantuan form, dot damage is increased by 50%. That's why you want him to go first. So he increased the dot damage next to ATT's dot damage as well, and then you'll be able to deal insane damage with ATT's dot. Ultra ultimate, attack goes up by 30% for his ultimate. The force field damage goes up by 70%, which is not too bad in all honesty. but the dot damage amplifier it maintains, so nothing too amazing. You want to see his ultimates? Let's go! Legs do be hitting different recently with all the animations and shit. Anyway, we're going to be looking at his gearing. So there are two ways you can build him: attack and HP. So the stats are very simple. Attack will go attack percentage times 4, and HP will go HP percentage times 4. So you have the high DPS, which is attack, and the ATTs as the HP base. So recommended sets are Suit and Gunner. They can work for both attack and HP. However, Gunner is a lot better for the attack base. Suit is workable for both. For the buff gears, for attack naturally you want attack, so attack bonus times 3, attack times 2, Esper attack times 3, HP times 2, and Dragon attack times 3, damage 3 times 2, so he gets a little bit more tank. And then for HP, of course you naturally want HP bonus times 2, HP times 2, HP times 3. You can go either block rate if you want to use a block augment, or you can use rest, which is what I recommend. So you can go rest times 2, and then Dragon HP damage 3 times 3 and HP times 2, which is okay. So if you want more HP, you can go HP times 2. If you want better survivability, I think damage 3 is much better. So the augments I recommend are Tenacity. Block is okay, but kind of iffy, in all honesty. But with Banpu Core, I guess it's fine. So please aim for the circle bracket stats, and the square bracket stats are just a luxury. So this is an example of the monster buff. So you can see double attack bonus, single attack, and double HP, and you can see triple attack. Sorry, I mistyped that. That's not a dragon, that's the Esper buff gear. I do apologize. So the talents, so thank you so much to Dandy for the suggestion. Now I've changed the shape of the additional to square. So talent 1, finish all talents. Talent 2, set to standard, basic completion. So, and additional stats are good to have. So as you can see with the talent 2 on the screen, you would want to go for the top, the attacks and the HP, as well as the energy gauge, and then the extra 2 will be additional if you need it. And then for talent 3, as always, attack and HP must be max. True strike, the main stat, go up to 6 is more than enough. The additional stats is a luxury. So recommended investments. So high DPS, sub DPS 476, tank will be 328. So it's much cheaper to actually build him as a tank. So 5-star gears, 5-star buff gears, talents 1, 2, and 3, 3-star keepsake, and 5-star insignia. So you're going to have a total of 476, 216, 162, 60, and 38 SEC individually, respectively. Sorry. For the tank, you're going to go 4-star gears, 4-star buff gears, talents 1, 2, and 3, 2-star keepsake, 6-star insignia. So you have 120 SAC, 90 SAC, 60 SAC, and 50 SAC respectively, totaling up to 328. So whichever build you go, I'm sure AwkVaccineMan will be a valuable unit to your lineup. However, if you do choose to skip him, which is what I personally recommend and what I'm going to do, it's a better idea for the long term if you're staying long term in the game. If you don't know whether you want to stay long term or you want to quit soon, skip him, have some fun, use him while you can, and that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Drink a lot of water, stay home, stay safe. When you go out, please wear a mask, and as always, lens cares. So do tune in to my other content. I do some streams from time to time on Twitch, as well as some highlight videos for other games that I play. Till we meet again, everybody, please stay home, stay safe, and I bid you a good day.